The Christmas tree is in the corner by the piano, stripped of its ornaments hanging on the branches. Nora's cloak and hat are lying on the sofa. She's alone in the room, walking about aimlessly. She stops by the sofa and takes up her cloak.
Someone is coming. No. But perhaps no one in the letterbox. Stop worrying about anything, Nora.
Enter the nurse from the room on the left, carrying a big cardboard box.
At last, I found a box with a fancy dress.
Thanks. Put it on the table.
But this dress needs to be fixed.
Yes, Mr. Linde will help me to fix this dress. I will go and ask her.
What? Out again? In this terrible weather? You will catch cold, ma'am, and make yourself ill.
Well, how are the children?
As usual, ma'am, they are fine, just playing with their Christmas presents.
Do they ask much for me?
I would say yes, ma'am. They are always asking about you. They need you.
Yes, but nurse, I could not be so much for them.
Oh well, young children should get used to anything.
Oh well. Nurse, I want to tell you something. I have wondered. Go into them.
What do you mean by that, ma'am?
Now, you will see how pretty I am tomorrow.
I'm sure there will be no one as gorgeous as you, ma'am.
In the meantime,
What
enter
lovely,
Mr. Linde
lovely
from the
gloves.
hall.
Out of my tongues. Oh, it's you, Christine. There is no one out there, right? How good of you to come.
I heard you were up asking for me.
There is something you could help with me. Tomorrow will be a fancy dress ball. Torfel wants me to look smart for tomorrow.
I see. You're going to keep up the character.
Yes, but look, the dress is all torn.
Let me see. We will easily put it right. Some trimming and unswam, and that's all we want.
It's nice to you.
Mrs. Linde and Nora, they sitting together and talking about the ball that will be held tomorrow evening.
So, you're going to be dressed up tomorrow, Nora?
You have to become a leader earlier. Certainly, Torfel does understand how to make a house attractive.
But anyway, is Dr. Rang always as depressed as he was yesterday?
He suffers from a very dangerous disease. He has consumption of the spine. His father was a horrible man who committed all sorts of bad things, and that is why his son was sickly from childhood. Do you understand?
But, dearest Nora, how did you know all of this?
Because I got visit now and then by him, and he always talks to me about a lot of things.
Dr. Rang come here every day, then?
Every day, regularly. He is Torvald's friend, and a friend of mine too.
But I think it's change going on him. I mean, yesterday when you introduced me to him, he said that he had often heard my name mentioned in his house. But afterwards, I noticed that your husband had no idea who I was. So how cold?
Let me tell you this. Thorvald often jealous if I mention another name in this house, so I gave up doing that. But I often talk about such things with Dr. Rang because he loves to hear that.
Listen to me, Nora. You are still like a child in many things. I'm older than you. I have to tell you, Nora, that you shouldn't have to talk to Dr. Ring again. Do you understand?
Why would I do that?
Here is the thing. Does Dr. Ring have someone in his life and comes here every day?
No, no one. But
Stop lying.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Do you suppose I can guess who lent you the 250 pounds?
Are you out of your sense? How can you think of such thing? He's a friend of ours who comes here every day.
Then it really isn't he?
No, certainly not. It would never have come into my head as Dr. Ran. Although I'm quite sure that if I had asked him,
Behind your husband's back?
I don't think it is possible. I must make an end of it with him.
Yes. A matter of course. Nora, you are hiding something from me.
Do I look as I wear?
Something has happened to you since yesterday morning, Nora. What is this?
Christine, Thorvald comes home. Do you mind going into the children for the present?
Sure, but I'm not going away from here until we finish our business.
As Mrs. Linda goes into the room and left, Helmer comes in from the hall, returned from his work.
Was that the dressmaker?
I love it, but don't you think it is nice of me to do as you wish?
Yes, I suppose you're trying your dress then.
I suppose you are going to work.
Yes, in fact, I've just been to the bank and now I'm going to work in my room.
Thorvald,
Yes?
if your wife were to ask you for something,
What is it?
would you do it?
It depends. I should know what it first. Tell me this isn't about the request you made this morning.
Yes, Thorvald. I beg you so earnestly. You must let Korkstad keep his post in the bank.
I've arranged that, okay? Mrs. Lane would be more suitable than him.
Please, my dear, you could dismiss some other clerk rather than Korkstad, right?
You know, I don't want to talk about this.
Thorvald, listen to me. It is for your own sake. He can do you an unspeakable amount of harm. I'm frightened to death of it.
I understand. This is the recollection of the past that scare you.
What do you mean?
Naturally, you are thinking about your father.
Yes, of course. Just recall to your mind.
My little Nora, there's an important difference between your father and me, okay? Your father's reputation was above suspicion. Meanwhile, mine is, and I hope it will continue to be so. Besides, all of the staff in the office know that I meant to dismiss Korkstad. So
What if he did?
let it happen then. Do you think I would make myself ridiculous in front of my whole staff? Besides, there's one thing that makes me impossible to have Korkstad in my office as long as I'm the manager.
Whatever is that?
His moral failings.
What is it?
I knew him since we were boys and we were once really close. And one thing led to another. He couldn't help himself when people are present. So in the office, he's always like, Helmer, Othello, which I don't like that, and he kept adopting the female tone with me, and I assure you that's extremely painful for me, and that will make my position in the bank intolerable.
Thorvald, I don't believe you meant that.
Don't you? Why not?
Because it is such a narrow-minded of looking
Why are
at
you saying
things.
narrow-minded? Do you think I'm narrow-minded?
No, just the opposite there. And it is exactly for that reason.
It's the same thing. You see, my point of view was narrow-minded. Helen!
What are you going to do?
Settle it. Here, go downstairs, find a messenger and deliver it. And be quick, okay? The address is on it and here's the money.
Very well, sir.
Torvald, what was the letter?
Krogstad dismissal.
Call her back, Torvald. There is still time.
It's too late. It's too late.
Call her back. Do it for my sake. For your own sake. For the children's sake. Do you hear me?
Nora, I can forgive the anxiety you're in, and that it should be. You will see I'm a man enough to take everything upon myself.
You will never have to do that.
That's right, we will share it as a husband and wife. And now I think you have to practice for Tarantella tomorrow. And I would go to my inner office, and if Dr. Rank comes in, please tell him to find me in my office, okay?
Nora seems to be anxious about such things. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings and there is Dr. Rank comes in.
Good day, Dr. Rank. I knew your ring, but you must not go into Torvald now.
And you?
You know very well. I always have time for you.
Oh, thank you.
Is anything likely to happen?
Nothing, but I have been prepared for it. But I hope it didn't happen soon.
What have you found out? You have to tell me.
Who else? Lately I've been thinking to myself about my life. I've been taking stock of my internal economy, bankrupt, probably within a month. I'm going to be read in the graveyard.
What an ugly thing to say.
I won't have you and Helmer there as soon as I'm sure the worst has come.
Dear Dr. Rank, the worst thing wouldn't take you away from Torvald and me. You believe that, don't you?
Yeah, I do believe that. By the way, what did Mrs. Linde want here last night?
You don't mean to say you are jealous for Christine?
Yes, I am. What did she?
Don't speak too loud. She is in that room. She is helping me to fix my dress in order. And tomorrow you will see how beautiful I dance. I'm doing it all for you and for Torvald. Of course. Dr. Rank, come and sit here and I will show you something.
What is it?
Just look at this. Silk stocking. Aren't they lovely? You must look at the fit and the legs too. Why do you look so critical, Dr. Rank? Do you think it will fit me?
What do you mean by that?
For shame. That is so. Not a single thing or more, Dr. Rank. Would you make me so happy for once?
Yeah, what is it? Tell me.
I really can't, Dr. Rank. It is something out of all reason.
The bigger a thing is better.
Dr. Rank, it is something you must help me to prevent. Do you know how deeply Torvald loves me? He will never for a moment hesitate to give his life from me.
Nora, do you think he is the only one?
The only one?
The only one who will gladly give his life for your sake. I have to tell you this before I went away. Nora, you can trust me as you would trust no one else.
Let me pass.
Nora?
Helen, bring in the lamp. Dear Dr. Rank, that was very horrid of you to tell me all of these things. There is no need. Do you have any idea about this?
Please tell me, Nora. I beg you to let me know what is it.
After what happened, I can't tell you anything now.
You are a riddle to me, Nora.
If you please, ma'am.
Oh,
Is there anything wrong?
no, not at all. Just my dress, Dr. Rank. Why don't you go join Torvald in his office right now? Keep him as long as...
Yeah, sure. Make your mind easy. I won't him escape.
Who is in the kitchen?
It's Mr. Krogstad. He won't go away. He say he won't until he has see you, ma'am.
Well, let him come in, but quickly. Helen, you must not say anything to anyone, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I quite understand.
No, 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 it can't happen.
Kronstadt has been waiting in the kitchen, and as the time goes by, he decided to enter in the hall. He is wearing a fur coat, high boots, and a fur cap.
Speak low, my husband is at home.
No matter about that.
What do you want of me?
An explanation of something?
Make it quickly. Then, what is it?
You know, I suppose that I have got my dismissal.
I couldn't prevent it, Mr. Kronstadt. I fought as hard as I could on your side, but I couldn't.
There is no reason why anyone should know anything about it. It will remain a secret between us three.
My husband must never get to know anything about it.
How will you be able to prevent it?
No, not just at present. Tell me what purpose you mean to put it to. What do you want then?
I will tell you. I want to get on. And in that, your husband must help me. I was content to work my way up step by step. Now, I'm through now. And I'm not going to selfish fit anymore. I want to get into the bank again in a higher position. And your husband must make a place it for me.
That's the thing that you will never
You
say.
mean that you will?
I have courage enough for it
Oh,
now.
you can frighten me. A fine, spotty lady like
You will see. You can't frighten me either.
forgetting. There is it I who have the keeping of your reputation. Well, now I have warned you. Do not do anything foolish. When Helmer has had my letter, I expect a message for him. And be sure, remember that it is your husband himself who has forced me into such way as this game. I will never forgive him for that. Goodbye, Mrs. Helmer.
He's going. He's not putting that letter. Oh no, no.
Dora
That's
seems
impossible.
to be anxious for
What's
what
that?
is going to happen next. She is upset. She has no idea about what would happen upon her life. She runs across the room to the table, and Mrs. Linda comes in from the room on the left, carrying a dress.
Dora, here is your dress. There is nothing to do worry for tomorrow. Would you like to try it on?
Christine, come here.
What is it, Nora? You look so nervous.
Do you see that letter? That letter is from Kronstadt.
It was Kronstadt who lent you the money.
Yes, and now Torvald will know all about it.
Believe me, Nora, that's the best thing of both of you.
No, you don't know at all. Christine, you must help me. Go at once and see Kronstadt, please.
Where does he live?
How should I know? Here is his card. But the letter.
I see he lives at the corner here.
Yes, but it's no use. It is hopeless. The letter is lying there in a box.
And your husband keeps the key?
Yes, always.
Kronstadt must ask James, and you must delay Torvald. Go into him in the month. I will come back as soon as I can.
Torvald,
Well, may I come in? Come on, Drake, now you'll see. What is it?
what is what, dear?
No, Reg led me to expect something splendid transformation.
I understood so, but evidently I was mistaken.
Yes, nobody is to have the chance of admiring me in my dress until tomorrow.
But, Nora, have you been practicing for tomorrow?
Yes, indeed I have to, Torvald, but I can't get on a beat without you to help me. I have absolutely forgotten the whole thing.
Oh, we will soon work it up again.
Yes, help me, Torvald. Promise that you will. I'm so nervous about it. All the people, you must give yourself up to me entirely this evening. Not the tiniest bit of business. You mustn't even take a pen in your hand. Will you promise, Torvald dear?
But, by the way, I must go...
What are you going to do there?
No, only if I see you later in the letterbox.
No, don't do that, Torvald.
Why not?
Torvald, please don't. There is nothing there.
Well, let me look. Hey! Are you so afraid of it, Nora?
I can dance tomorrow if I don't practice with you. So dreadfully afraid of it. Let me practice at once. There is time now, before we go to dinner. Sit down and play for me, Torvald dear. Critics me and correct me as you play.
With great pleasure if you wish me to.
Now play for me. I'm going to dance. The other way. This is the way.
No, that's not at all.
Didn't I tell you so?
Let me play for her.
Yes, do. I can correct her better then.
Rang sits down at the piano and plays. Nora dances more and more wildly. Helmer has taken up a position beside stove, and during her dance gives her frequent instruction. She does not seem to hear him. Her hair comes down and falls over her shoulders. She pays no attention to it, but goes on dancing. Enter Mrs. Linda.
Oh!
Such fun, Christine.
Nora, you are dancing as if your life depended on it.
So it does.
No, stop, Frank. This is madness. I could never have believed you just forgotten everything I told you.
There you see.
You will want a lot of coaching, okay?
Nothing horrid must come between us until tomorrow.
You must contradict
The
her.
child shall have her way, but tomorrow, after we danced...
Then you will be free.
Dinner is served, ma'am.
We will have cabbage and a few macarons, Helen.
Yes, ma'am.
Come, don't be so wild and nervous.
Yes, dear, I will. But go into now. You too, Dr. Rang. Christine, you must help me to do up my hair.
Gone out of town.
I could tell from your face.
He's coming home tomorrow evening. I wrote a note for him.
You should have let it alone. You must prevent nothing. After all, it is planning to be waiting for a wonderful thing to happen.
What is it that you are waiting for?
Oh, you won't understand. Go into them. Seven o'clock until midnight, and then 24 hours until the next midnight. Then the tarantella will be over. 24 and 7, 31 hours to live.
Nora?
Here she is.